Hi guys, as I promised, I would like to look a little bit more in depth into this Nitecore D2 Charger D2. So this is intelligent charger from Nitecore, which is supposed to charge multiple different kinds of batteries, including very popular 18650. So I have charged this particular battery with Nitecore D2 and this battery with my this is not Teardown charger, it's a charger purchased from hobbyking.com, but it's just generic charger. But actually I charge all my LiPo packs with it, like usually 3 or 4 cell, or even I have few 2 cells. So this is the first time I'm charging 1 cell pack, and has these crocodile clamps to actually kind of connect any kind of wires you have, in addition to majority of different other connectors. So I just clamp it in, charge it. So this thing reported the battery is 4.2 volts. This thing, it just finished charging. I don't remember what was the reporting the final voltage was, because when it finished charging it just says charge complete and all or something like that. So you cannot really see the final voltage unless you're looking into it during the charge. This reports the final charging. Obviously both of them are disconnected right now. In order to make a video I detached them from the power outlets. So right now they are not gonna display anything, but we're gonna use multimeter to check the voltage. In order to actually see what battery, because they completely have no markings. I bought those batteries from eBay inexpensively, and they are 2 identical batteries, so I want to just make sure we are working with the same kind of brand in the battery. So we're gonna mark them. So this battery will be numbered as 1. This, oh, it's really hard to pull it from this kind of, this battery number 2, more or less like that. 2. Okay. At this point, I don't think we need all those chargers here. I'm gonna just remove them. Charger, go and go. Okay, let's check it out. So number 1 is from Nitecore, and I'm gonna move the multimeter away from the light so you can see. And we have 419, pretty good. And the charger from Chinese charger 421. So ideally I would have to like discharge both of them and recharge them again, but this time switch them like that. So use number 2 in Nitecore and number 1 into the just another charger. That's the name of the charger. But seems to be the Nitecore actually does very good job. Fortunately Nitecore does not capture the time how much it took to charge. And before I unplugged just another charger, I did not record the time because that guy has time counter. So I think the battery charged, both batteries charged very well. So this is supposed to be a review of Nitecore. So let's forget about just another charger for a moment here, or for this review, and look into Nitecore D2. So already have some time to play with it and understand how it operates. First of all, I have a few comments. The biggest problem for me is this power outlet. As you can see, it actually bent in. So the problem is this, that when you try to plug it in, it broke off over here and just folded inside. So I'm not sure, it still works, but I think that it was not either properly glued or attached to the PCB. That's why it's folding in. And continuous plug in and out will probably definitely break the electrical connection over there. So I'm going to open it and repair it, because sending this back probably an option, but I pay $16 for it, and I rather open it, play with it on video than try doing all this kerfuffle with Amazon to take this thing back. It'll be much more fun actually opening it and fixing it myself. So few things I want to mention. First of all, slot button over here is the button actually to select either this one or that one when slot when you are try to pick or choose the different parameters of charging, because you can charge different batteries and you can actually set two different currents. So one of the most important features that I really wanted from this charger is not here. So I wanted to know what's the capacity of each individual battery, which would require to have discharger or discharge cycle. This thing doesn't have discharge. Another very important thing which I would like to have is the ability to pick a current. So this thing allows you to pick two currents for the battery, 300 milliamps or 500 milliamps. That's pretty much it. So if you have, for example, theoretically imaginary 10,000 milliamp battery with 500 milliamp, you'll be charging for quite a long time. Understandable, because it's quite flimsy charger and it probably cannot handle like 2 amp charging current or something like that. But on the other hand, 300 milliamps may be a little bit too high for some of the batteries, because this thing can charge AAA's, and if like it's 600 milliamp or 900 milliamp battery, charging with 300 milliamp current would be a little bit too harsh, I think. So I have a completely different charger for this kind of batteries. So I don't care about AA's, AAA's or anything else in this charger, but I do care about single cells. Single cell 18650. That the ones I only have. So this is probably all about the charger. It's easy to operate. It works well. It charges the batteries well, as we notice. It's charged the battery properly. 4.19 volts is well charged battery. It does monitor the current. I don't think it has battery thermal detection of any kind, but I won't say right now because I didn't look inside. I will look, but there is no anything in the menu like indicating the temperature. At this point, I would for the money I pay for the charger, I think it's good. I like it. It's easy to operate. Just plug in the battery, press the button, and go. Actually, it goes automatically. I don't want to go into depth how to operate this thing because user manual explains it. Sorry, user manual actually pretty simple, doesn't explain much, but just because it's very simple to operate. Also, you can change the type of the battery. So when you're charging Li-Fa poly batteries, I don't know how to properly say it or pronounce it, you have to change the type of the battery, and it's available in the menu through this mode button, and that's pretty much it. So very simple charger, does the job. Let's see, I have used it for like probably 10 days. It was charging mostly these two batteries. Charging. I was using it in my other project just to see. The batteries was actually these two was never completely discharged. This is only my just another charger can do that. Completely discharge and then recharge to see the capacity. And this is a completely different video, but I would check the capacity of these particular batteries just to make sure they are what they were advertised. So what's left? Well, the only thing what we can do at this point is actually look inside. Okay, here we are. I zoomed in a bit just to see better. I believe the screws to open this thing is under those feet. Not sure 100%, but we'll try. It's actually look like. Hope it's. Yeah, it should be openable. Hope it's not welded or anything like that. There'll be no fun. It'll be end of this video. Okay, I have this teeny tiny screwdriver. I'm gonna pry. Yep, we have screw holes. Nice. Gonna put this over here. Okay, that's not given up easily. Regular Phillips screws. Take my screwdriver here. They are not too deep, so I'm okay with this stubby screwdriver. 4 screws, self-tapped in a plastic, highly likely, because that's cheap product, and then it's very cheap to do self-tappers. No one actually gonna be opening and closing this thing more than once or never. All right. Okay, very easy to open. Ta-da! So we have what we have here. So right away we are facing the back back panel of back side of the PCB. Stay here. So these are very nice spring-loaded contacts which actually slide. Here we are. That's how it goes. So this is negative terminal, I assume, right? Yeah, it is negative terminal. So yeah, bottom of the cell is negative terminal. Pretty nice springs, but if, for example, we need to tension something, make it more tight or less tight, you can just play with the spring and do it. What I like right away is this nice electrical insulation cutout, or this is to isolate like a primary main circuit from the rest of the electronics. Very nice. Good they thought about it. I hope these springs are not gonna fly all over the place when I open it. Alright, and go here. That's the only thing which hold it together is this. That's look like it's all gonna be lifted. Okay. Okay, I need to stop at this point and use some kind of pliers or something to remove those springs from over here. Okay, let me remove the spring. It's not that easy because it actually wraps around. I think I found a better solution. Don't disconnect anything, just pop it, twist it like this, twist it, and it's gonna fall off. Very nice. Okay, here we are. That's what we have. This is the controller. So here is the controller of the Nitecore D2. Okay, first of all, as I understand, this is pretty obvious. This is LED controller over here with wiring going inside, including some power. It's actually LED control. LED itself is a little bit bigger. I'm not gonna open LED as well. It's easy. Let's just completely disassemble it and see what is that. Actually, light is pretty dim. When I have studio light going on here, I do not see pretty much. Don't see much on this LED. Okay, let's remove it. Plastic bit. Okay, plastic bit is gone. All right, so here is LED. What is that? Oh, it's a backlight. It's a pretty cool backlight. I like it. It's a backlight module specifically designed for that. Look at this. Well, two little contacts. There's my screwdriver. Two little contacts over here, and this little unit looks like a quite nice LED backlight. Huh, nice. I like it. Never seen this before. Well, I didn't open that many units like that, but there is a crack over here. But I guess this when these LED modules were attached. Sorry, LCD modules were attached to each other. This is probably a very custom LCD module for this charger because it has the specific symbols only. It's not like matrix or anything like that. Just pretty cool. This is controller, and really hard to see what's on it. Looks like pretty much nothing on it, like no labeling or anything like that. Huh, that's funny. Anyways. So here our controller, charger controller. So as you see, there is a nice separation between primary and secondary for the power circuit. There is a 12 volt, I believe this is 12 volt, doesn't say much about it, input to use any kind of power brick you have. Don't know what's the, I think it's, what does it say here? 12 volt 1 amp, so yeah, pretty much any kind of power brick would work. And I think from what I see it's center positive, just to make sure. Alright, so we have a little fuse over here, which is nice, and here's that main socket that I mentioned earlier. Looks like it just snapped back in. And as you see, these little plastic tubs, they are not melted. Usually they are kind of melted just to prevent this thing popping back. Yeah, so I will have to glue it. I'll glue it, and you know, to make sure it's never gonna do this again. Okay, so here we have. It's really hard to see what's the. Actually, this charging controller, or whatever it is, maybe it's a, yeah, it has no marking on it, so no marking on this chip. Let me see if any marking on this controller here. Really hard to see. Barely see anything. Or actually see nothing, rather bizarre. Well, I'll do more research on it because, yeah, I cannot see anything. There is some unpopulated stuff over here. Curious what that's about. There is some chip unpopulated, some resistors. Yeah, it'll be nice to know what was that or what's supposed to be there. Looks like MOV's supposed to be here or something like that. It's not populated, just for mains protection. U2, I assume this is well, optical insulation or feedback for between secondary and primary. Yeah, not much to it. I would like to know what is this chip. Really hard to see what's there. Maybe like with this particular light I have to look much closer, but he see no text on it. No text, unfortunately. Two chokes, but I believe these are for each slot. Like this is power circuit for this slot, and this is power circuit for this slot. It's probably obviously these charging circuits. Here are this one and this one. This is supposed to be current sense resistors. Yeah, looks like half ohm current sense resistor. Yep, that's pretty cool. Half ohm? Let me double check. Looks like half ohm. Oh my god, what's up with my eyesight? There's a frequency, sorry, resonator. I guess this is obviously for the main controller, some sort of main controller, which I would figure out. And that's pretty much it. Very simple. So main logic would be over here in this controller. Okay, well, what can I say? Oh yeah, by the way, that's one-sided board, so nothing going on the back side. here it is, Nitecore D2 DG charger inside. So far it's well done, yeah, except few bars, like this one for example has to be glued or it's elastic. This one is bent over, and you know, I can straighten it and kind of elastic as well, or put some kind of glue over here. Not to, doesn't really matter. No one gonna shake it, or but just for, you know, for safety I would do that. But otherwise very neatly done PCB. Yeah, that would work well. Oh yeah, sorry, one thing I forgot to mention. I would like to, I was checking stuff for some kind of thermal protection. So it looks like this stuff doesn't have any kind of thermal protection whatsoever. So this is big no-no, or big minus for this charger. No thermal protection. So if your battery is made in some kind of crap, by crap manufacturer, goes high wire and start overheating, this thing can go kaboom. Like, I saw videos of photos of some people posting that their charger actually burned with crappy batteries, or actually the charger which batteries were okay, but for some reasons they decided, like, they overheated or overcharged or whatever. So this is very important to make sure. Put this charger in an area where there is nothing can catch fire. Put it on ceramic floor, put it on ceramic piece of tile, on a brick, anywhere, just to make sure when charging lithium batteries or lithium polymer batteries, put it in a safe place. So this charger has less protection than, for example, my other chargers. For example, my lacrosse charger for AAAs and AA's, my everyday to-go charger, it has temperature protection for each cell while charging. So this is very important. Also, it doesn't have any kind of cooling. Not it needs any cooling, because 500 or 300 milliamp is pretty low current, but just keep that in mind. Put it in a safe area when you're charging the batteries. Granite countertop is fine, tiles, anything which not gonna catch fire. I'll put the charger together and I'll continue using it, but I'll always keep in mind that this doesn't have thermal protection and I should keep it in a safe place. So thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you like it. If you like it, please like and subscribe, and see ya next time.